Welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well, and this is Yutorisuto Park in Otoyo Town, Kochi Prefecture. So this is actually a very popular viewpoint in Kochi Prefecture, just 1 hour away from the airport in Kochi City, situated in a town called Otoyo. Now this is genuinely one of my favourite view spots in all of Japan, and I find myself coming back here very often. And I really need to come back here for autumn when the leaves are changing colour into the reds and browns. So every time I've come up to this view spot, it's been very, very clear, but I've seen on the website that there's a good chance of cloud inversion when you go up, so basically a very thick blanket of cloud that fills the valley below. And in the distance, you'll see the Shikoku mountain range peeking through the clouds. And although I needed a day trip to this location, you can actually stay overnight in the campsite above, so if you want to know any more information, check out my description. I'll put a website down below. I've talked a little bit about the location, and there's a website down below if you want to know any more information. So let's get into taking some pictures. So for this shot, we're walking towards this structure or monument next to the panoramic viewpoint, and we're going to take a picture of it with the sun just to the right, and this is actually the picture we're using in the video. But as I'm walking towards it, I noticed the sun is peeking through the mesh roof, and I thought it'd be a nice picture, so I took one as well. But during editing, I found that the previous shot was actually better. And in the end, it's a low ISO with a fairly wide angle, and it's pretty warm, but I think I could have raised up the exposure just a little bit on this picture. But at this point, we've reached the panoramic viewpoint, which you can see in front of me now. And yeah, it shows the Shikoku mountains all around. It's very beautiful, whether you come in the early morning, the day, or in the evening. There's a great view to be seen. Now, as I turn around and point back this way, you can see the campsite up behind. And yeah, there's a good few facilities and toilets, information centre. And yeah, I'd really love to visit here for a night and stay in the campsite. I'm not too sure on the price, but it's definitely something I might check out, as yeah, an early morning sunrise would be great in this location. Turning back towards the panoramic view, and you can see this building in front of me. It has a few restaurants and cafes, as well as another information centre. And during the months when the flowers are blossoming, all of these are very, very popular and busy. So yeah, definitely when it's peak blossom season, go and check it out. At this point, the sun is getting a little bit lower, and we're taking a picture of some of the long grass that was blossoming at that time, and here's a picture. Unfortunately for this picture, I still have my kit lens on rather than my f2.8 50 to 140mm, so I'm on f7.1 is the way the lens deals with it, and I mean we've still got a decent shot out of it, but it would have been nice to have some very good bokeh on the long grass in front. Now making our way back up to the viewing point, and there's a couple on the observation deck, so we're getting a picture of that quickly with the sun even lower than it was before. Now this is one of my favourite pictures of the shoot. It really shows the height of the viewpoint that we're on, and with the sun rays coming through, as well as the layered mountain ranges behind, it makes for a lovely picture. Now at this point we're rushing back to the structure as the sun is perfectly in the gap between the clouds and the mountains, so yeah, we're getting a picture between the pillars of this structure and with the sun peeking perfectly through. So at this point we're on the observation deck, walking to take a picture of the building in front with the mountains and the sun behind, and framing it with the sun in the left side of the shot and the building fairly central. But as you can see, it does create some nice colours, and yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like during the autumn months, so I definitely need to go back pretty soon. And once again we're focusing on the couple on the observation deck with the sun slightly lower, and I saw they were taking pictures of each other and selfies and trying to get a nice shot, so I actually went up and took a picture for them, which you can see in this video. And yeah, it's been really nice interacting with people around Japan, trying to improve my Japanese and just do a good deed for the day, like taking pictures for people. And it's cut in a weird way because I didn't want to include their faces. At the time I didn't ask them if they wanted to be in a video. I just wanted to take pictures of them because I saw that they were trying to take selfies, so yeah. And although this is only a short video, I really think it's worth doing, and I wanted to voice over this because at the time the wind was blowing so strongly that I couldn't actually speak or hear anything that I was saying at the time on the audio recording, so yeah, we're voicing it over. And at this point in the video we're getting to our final few pictures with one from a different angle of the building and the sunset in the background, as you can see right now. And from this shoot, we've got some nice shots from the structure and on the observation deck and down looking onto the building with the view in the background. But there is also a garden further down, which, yeah, I will definitely go back to when the flowers are blooming. And I also need to come back to do some astrophotography, because I've been told that there are some very, very clear skies and very little light pollution in this area. So yeah, going up this mountain and doing some astro would be very cool. But now onto our final picture, which is just purely of the sunset and the mountains. I thought it would be right to end it off on this shot, and yeah, very beautiful. Very happy to have gone up to this location in Otoyo Town. The viewpoint, once again, is called Yutorisuto Park, and yeah, I'd highly recommend going up here if you do venture into Shikoku. As I said, it's not too far away from Kochi City, so yeah, definitely worth the time spent to get there. And finally, I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you have, please like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll be traveling more around Japan and Shikoku specifically for now, and just showing off areas that people really don't travel to. And yeah, I want to promote it as much as possible to get as many people to experience true rural Japan.